Georgios Kasselakis. I am a partner with Openfund and we invest in early stage technology companies in Greece. I hailed from an island in southern Greece, Crete, and I live in Athens. I am a partner with Openfund. That means we invest in technology companies in the early stage. People come out to us with business plans and early stage ideas, and we provide the money, and we cover the cost. We provide quite a bit of advice on how to build their company, and we essentially help teams of 2 to 4 people to get off the ground, create a product, take it to the market, see what the market has to say about that, and then we help them bridge with next stage investors. Openfund as a financial institution comes in waves. So the first Openfund did 8 investments across Europe. With Openfund 2 we've doubled down on Greece and we've done 20 investments that are currently active. If I were to invest in a social project and have 1 million in hand, well, this is tricky because Greece has been through a lot of turmoil in the past few years. It's been hard times. But I think it is important not to lose focus in the fact that whatever we do must be sustainable. So, although I cannot think off the top of my head what I want to invest into, certainly the criteria would be that it would be an evergreen project where the outputs would feed the input and let it happen over again. 10 years from now, I would want to have solved permanently the problem that I faced as a student, where I had my own technology startup and was faced with the dilemma of staying in Greece and becoming a civil servant teaching kids about computer programming, or moving out to probably the Silicon Valley, where I would have fair chances to do what I do. Ideally, 10 years from now, that wouldn't be a problem for Greek entrepreneurs starting out here. I don't really have mentors. As a person, I am actually very avert to receiving advice. This has probably been one of my weakest points. But as part of our business, we were the first to introduce a board of mentors that would help in the companies that we invested into, provide them with guidance in this and that. But I would urge anyone watching this to be careful of advice, because when people, tell you what to do, they tell you what they want to see you doing, not necessarily what's best for you. So you should always be careful of that. I think that the greatest contribution that this generation can give to the world is undo some of the damage that the previous one has. Learn to appreciate the advances that the previous generation has done as well. We stand on the shoulders of giants. If you look at historical scales, crime, war, poverty is going down over time. I think it would be a great leap forward if we could be done with the things that we can all agree we can do without, such as people dying from famine and people shooting people. I think the next big thing could come actually from life sciences. I expect that in the coming decades we should be able to transcend common limitations of the human body pertaining to our ability to heal, to think most importantly, and probably life expectancy will jump up quite considerably. The Chinese have this proverb, may you live in interesting times. I think we're about to see some really fascinating things in the life sciences field. The things I like most about Athens is the city vibe of downtown. It's a mixture of luxury junkies, green, concrete. You know, you can find pretty much everything. It's a love it or hate it. It's intertwined with so much history that is both a boost and at the same time one of the greatest hurdles to development. And I mean that in not just the literal sense. It's people being blessed by the exposure to great philosophy, for example, and at the same time being held back by it. It is a city of great contrasts. The current generation will have to rethink certain luxuries that we take for granted. As we move to a more globalized society and as the poverty gap closes, and it should, especially in Europe, we will have to watch the quality of life go down considerably. I'm not saying that we will be devastated, but there will be quite a few challenges. I think that the greatest contribution we can make to our own future would be to find ways to coexist with people that will be able to travel, communicate with us as if they were next door, in a way that is productive, as much as we do when we collaborate with people that are in the floor below in our apartments.